Hi everyone, I'm your coach Todd Hughley. Thank you for tuning in. Today I want to talk about understanding your individual golf DNA and your body and your athletic personality and a couple key components in the downswing that we really need to dial in to help us play better golf. Now before we get into that, please hit the subscribe button, like the videos, comment below, and share. Now let's get started. So a very important thing I want to talk about is understanding how the arms need to softly fall while we are in touch with that club head, and then when we engage the spin phase to actually release our body to the target. That is a huge deal. Now, before we get into that, I'm actually launching two new programs, how to break 90, how to break 80, and I'm putting together some killer packages for it. I'm actually doing 3 remote lessons for a half hour for $75 total, and then I'm doing 4 in-person lessons for $150. This is killer stuff. I just want golfers to get started on the right path for 2025 and launching these 2 programs and these promotional lesson deals that I don't know how long I'm going to have them around, but they're going to fill up fast, but I want them out there. So $75 for 3 online remote lessons and $150 for 4 in-person lessons. Great deal. Now when it comes to the body and understanding your DNA, what can you and cannot do when it comes to swinging a golf club? Are your wrists flexible and free and swinging easy? Is arthritis in the way a little bit on the trail hand or the lead hand? Because that can affect which hand takes over. It could make the club face close a little bit more, or it could hold the face open. Are our shoulder sockets free to allow the golf club to drop down? Are they tight? Do we have an impingement? Do we have labrum problems with a tear or bad hips? And each of us are going to have varying degrees of things that we can and cannot do physically, especially when it comes with separation on the hips. Some people can get way open while they're like this. Other people cannot. I mean, that's just really not in my cards anymore because of my body, but I can still play good golf. So it's not a must. But one of the musts is allowing this club to feel like it falls and being in touch with this club head, okay, while we're here. And then once it gets here, then we just start that kind of push away spin phase, which is so important. But here, fall, turn, that's a huge sequence that I would like you all to get down. And I had an incredible student named Jaylee. I've talked about her before. This was, probably 9 years ago now. She wanted to try out for the team. She never played golf before. She's down in Salt Lake. She played for a private school. Long story short, she ended up being the best player on the team. And in 8 weeks, she was shooting in the mid 80s. And she qualified for state on her own. And basically how she learned it is we ran through the fundamentals. I mean, she practiced every single day, grip, posture, ball position in a mirror, and she went to the range every single day, and all she did was hit these particular shots right here. So once we got the fundamentals on there correct, she would just go here and feel her arms would fall. She would just let them drop, and then she would spin. That's what she would do right there. So that incorporated the club coming down correctly, pressurizing the ground, and then allowing the hip to clear out of the way for her. And we added a component in there where she had to hold her finish like this and then drop the club, okay? And she would go through the bag doing that, and then eventually she got to a full finish. But the main thing she learned, and she says, Coach, this was the biggest thing that I learned from you, and this is after she graduated. And what I thought was funny is in her first couple lessons or first couple tournaments, she'd go, some of the swings I see, I'm amazed they can hit it. And I kind of laughed and I said, yeah, there are some unique swings out there, but she's like, they're just making it so hard on themselves. And she says, Coach, you talk about get set up, take your arms to here, let them fall, and then we're just going to turn. And she's like, I hit it further than them, and I'm just, and anyway, she was so innocent about it. But so she turned into be a very, very good player. And again, her homework was just this: here and fall, turn. That was it. And she was never in a rush to hit the golf ball from the top. She always allowed that club to fall and feel like it got here before she initiated the spin phase. And with her, and I'm going to use the terminology about, I've talked about keeping the back to the target. We're going to talk about actually your chest is facing towards the camera or your shoulders are closed. That terminology actually confused some people of back to the target at impact. I just want you to feel that your chest is staying pointed at the camera and that your shoulders are closed as you swing through, okay? And that will give you a good start so you're not getting a case of the twisties and coming way out over the top. But again, it's just here, turn. And you must be extremely relaxed. You have to feel the weight of this club head. That is so important. Be in touch with the weight of that club head at all times. And a quick little thought on the takeaway: just feel like you just kind of toss the club head back, because that's going to get you in touch with the club head, and you're going to be very soft and relaxed. Like, my grip is sturdy, but my wrists are very loose and relaxed. And you can practice just spin with little shots like that, but really feel that club is falling. Now, please email me. Let's get those online lessons and in-person lessons going. I don't know how long I'm gonna do that, because I'm gonna get overloaded here pretty quick. But golf season for us, it is the end of January, and believe it or not, we're diehards. So probably the first end of February or 1st of March, we're gonna be out golfing. So it's not that far away, and I wanna get you on the right track. So please hit me up. I hope this information helps. Understand your body's DNA, what you can and can't do, and really get the feeling of staying relaxed and letting that club fall before that spin phase initiates. And that spin phase is going to initiate what you feel your arms get right about here. Your hands fall, and then you're just going to spin. That's going to be really, really good stuff.